Brian Wilkins live at the ESPY pre-party in Hollywood, California. Even the ESPYs needs a pregame.
This is the number one Miami Heat fan.
Kobe versus Bow Wow, they played basketball for G.
Yeah.
You know Kobe took both games.
Come on now.
We know you're an entertainer. What athlete would you like to see in one-on-one?
What athlete
If you
would
had
I
to
like
challenge
to see?
him, if you had to challenge him, who would you like to see?
What I like to see?
On the court, who can you take?
On the court, who can, well, you know, if I'm gonna be real about it, I want to see Chris Paul.
Okay.
You know, his height is a disadvantage. His quickness is the advantage. I'm pretty quick though.
So you got football.
You know, if I'm gonna really try to match up with one dude in a one-on-one game that I think maybe I got some kind of shot with, it's got to be Chris Paul. I can hit some jumpers.
Okay,
I mean, he ain't gonna block them.
Right.
So it's up to me. At least I have a fighting shot against Chris Paul. You know, I ain't gonna play Dwight Howard or somebody that's just gonna block everything I'm putting up. But you know, Chris Paul's a beast, one of the best in the business. But if I had to pick somebody in the NBA, a fighting shot against Chris Paul.
Kobe played Bow Wow one-on-one for $1,000. Who do you think will win one-on-one? DeMaurice versus Roger Goodell?
Oh, DeMaurice a killer. There'd be no question. Roger would have a whole lot of athletic ability in that body. I'm just not buying that. I mean, he looks good in a suit.
Yeah.
But I just don't think you know, you pull him out of that suit and put him in some basketball shorts.
Yeah.
He'd beat him every time.
I see your loyalty, NFLPA. Appreciate it, man.
Damn real.
DeMaurice Smith, Roger Goodell. Who will win one-on-one in open field tackling drill? DeMaurice with the ball, because we know he has some football background. DeMaurice with the ball. Roger had to tackle.
You know what? I've seen Roger move, and Roger being around the game, he probably would think that he would get the best of DeMaurice, but something about DeMaurice, he's shifty and elusive.
Yeah.
I think he'll give it to him. I think he'll give him the business.
He did it for real. He used to do it out there in front of thousands. So I appreciate you, Eddie.
Nice to see you, my man.
Who do you think you could take in basketball one-on-one?
Oh man, my skills, they're straight, but I don't know. I'd like to play LeBron one-on-one. I don't know if I can take him, but I would like to play him. You know?
Well, I'm gonna make it specific for you. If you had the Oklahoma drill, you in the trenches, who you want to see holding the ball?
I'll call my boy Ryan Matthews out.
I know you've probably been on World Star already. Kobe and Bow Wow played basketball one-on-one for $1,000. Kobe won both times. What entertainer or who would you like to go against in any other sport one-on-one? Football related in the hole.
Football related in the hole? Oh, Shaq. That's a funny guy, yeah.
Okay. What about if it was in narrow? What about if you had to play Shaq in basketball? You think you could do that, or who else would you want to see on the court?
Again, Shaq, you know, he's real fun, huh?
You got post game?
Oh, you know, I could do it.
Okay. All right, I'm just making sure.
I like to see Sierra on the court.
Okay, I feel you. Who is too short of the NBA to you? Whose game reminds you most of how you doing it in the rap game?
Ah, man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I got to walk away on that one.
What you been doing since the celebrity basketball?
Man, MMA every day. Still doing football workouts. You know, hosting my radio show on the weekends, and that's just been it. That's it, man. Just waiting on this lockout to end so I get back to work.
I know you said you want to take your mom on a vacation.
Yeah. I just had the opportunity to do that, but I'm just trying to stay busy on a positive route, whether it's working out or just running around playing basketball or whatever. Just staying busy and staying focused on the #1 goal.
Whether it's pushing sleds, pushing SUVs, running with my linemen, lifting with them, doesn't matter what it is. Constantly, just changing it up and going as hard as you can.
Cross training, that's for the young boys with all that young cartilage. I'm too old for that.
You a vet in the game, Eddie. You've been on an extended lockout for a minute now. You retired from the game. What have you been up to?
Man, a little bit of everything. I recently got my MBA. I have a few businesses that I've started. Jumping into the acting, the theater world, and just trying to be a husband and a father and a businessman all rolled up in one. It's not enough hours a day to get it all in.
The lockout just came down on the NBA. Have you talked to any of the NFL players and maybe got some advice on what you're going to do with your extra time?
Yeah, I've been talking to them, man. I love the way they orchestrate their workouts. They get guys together and really get a workout in.
Right.
And it seems like they're
during training camp work. You know what I mean? So we can try to implement that with us, and we'll be good.
What are your plans?
I'm just really working on my game. I think it's great just to have time to really get in the lab and just get better, and then whenever the season comes back, really just tear it up, man.
Commissioner Stern has to work with 30 owners who are worth over $100 million each.
Right.
Billy Hunter has to work with some of these players that wouldn't have a penny to their dollar that they're making right now if it were not for the game of professional basketball. It's two different worlds.
Right.
So what happens is, having to deal with that dichotomy, having to deal with that issue, he's got a challenge. And the challenge is to keep them together. And if your stars, who are already getting paid, who have padded their wallets and are secure, are willing to still leave and go overseas and collect more money, while second-tier players are here fighting the fight,
grinding,
without getting that money,
right,
you don't have a union.
Congratulations on the NBA championship. Congratulations on the wedding ring. Which ring is more important to you right now?
Oh, good question. Man,
they can be equal. They can be equal.
No, I would say the getting married is a little bit more important.
That's tougher to accomplish even in the NBA championship.
Yes.
It's hard to find
but for me, it took 17 years. So, but the NBA championship is special in my career because it was extremely hard to get.
Obviously, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, they at the top. We got Gucci Mane, all the cats that's repping Atlanta. Young Jeezy, Ludacris. I just recently, man, been a big fan of Wiz Khalifa. But just to switch the genre up, man, I can go with the Black Eyed Peas. I can go with the Fray. Man, I can go with Maroon 5. It don't even matter.
Of course, Lil Wayne, Drake, and then always Lil Boosie. You got free Lil Boosie.
Yeah, free Boosie on that. Any superstars that you look forward to seeing?
Yeah, there's, being an athlete, I always look up to a lot of other athletes. I guess, Serena is someone who's, obviously amazing in her sport, and yeah, I would love to see her.
Especially since she's hosting it tonight.
Yeah, of course.
Who would you like to see in the blocks? Who do you think you could take, or who do you think will give you the best challenge?
Oh gosh, you know what? I would love to go against like a football player. I mean, they're always talking about their speed and stuff. Let's make it happen.
Stephen A. versus who?
Anybody. I don't give a damn.
Skip Bayless up first, I know.
Nah, Skip Bayless is not in my league. I mean, this basketball we talking about.
Right.
I mean, I'm insulted you even put him in the same sentence as me.
I mean, I know there's a little heat.
I love you, Skip, but you know better. You'll know better. But in terms of my J, put me up against anybody, and that includes Kobe. Give me a couple of hours to warm up, because I'm rusty, I'm older now, I'm over 40. I don't play every day the way that I used to. But you give me a couple of hours on the court to practice my J. Let's roll.
It's mechanical. It's Jay. I can tell you.
You don't lose it.
Who do you think you can take in basketball?
I don't know. I mean, who knows? I used to play basketball and I enjoy playing. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know.
You don't think there's any players you could take in the league?
Who knows? Maybe one or two. I don't know.
Okay. Well, one-on-one, who do you think would win in basketball or football? Rocket Goodell versus DeMaurice Smith.
Ooh, that's a good question, and I can't answer that one. Right, I'd say it'd be a tie. Nice to see you.
What entertainer would you like to play one-on-one against?
That I can beat?
Yeah.
I would go to old school. I would go with Denzel.
Okay. That'd be a good game. For some reason, I just think Denzel has game.
But he's a competitor, so I know it wouldn't be easy.
What entertainer would you like to see on the court, one-on-one?
Oh, man, it's a lot of them out there. I heard Wiz Khalifa's about 6'4", so I need to see him on that court.
He don't got no post game, that's for sure. Appreciate it, man. Who do you think you could take on the basketball court?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a competitor, so I ain't shying down by no challenge. So.